Pro Wrestling Bits. Subscribe now.
I didn't know when I woke up this morning that I would be speaking with the one and only Tim Donaghy. So quite exciting news. Not like I said, surreal that you will be now working with MLW as a referee. How did all of this come about?
Basically, from my Facebook page, the owner, sent me a message and asked me if I would be interested, and thought it would be something that might catch on. And I was open to meeting with him and getting involved in one of the strap matches, and it worked out to be a lot of fun and entertaining, and I really enjoyed myself. So, I'm hoping that it catches on and there's another opportunity there.
So you are open with working with MLW in the future. Is that your goal, to maybe become a full-time referee?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed myself. I went down to Orlando and met a lot of the guys, and they were very receptive to me being a part of, the show, and we had a lot of fun, and I think you'll see that in a lot of the scenes that we did, in and out of the, arena of the wrestling match. We did some things outside of that, and I think you're going to find it to be, somewhat entertaining and funny, and I really enjoyed myself.
You seem like you're not taking yourself too seriously. It's good to see that you seem to have found a second life here with wrestling refereeing. What has it been like since the nation last saw you, since the scandal went down? What have you been up to between then and now that has gotten you to this place?
Basically, I have a website called refpicks.com. I'm involved in handicapping NBA, and I have other people that work with me and do football and baseball. I'm just, in a point now where, I'm comfortable, and I think the whole scandal's pretty much behind me, and for the first time in a long time, I'm feeling good about where I'm at.
In your dealings with professional wrestling, what do you find is more fixed, pro wrestling or the NBA?
It's very similar, and it's a form of entertainment, and as a referee, your job is to make the athletes look good in any way that, you need to do that. And, with that being said, it's very similar in a lot of ways.
Did you grow up a fan of professional wrestling at all? Did you watch it growing up, or have you ever been a fan of wrestling?
Absolutely. I grew up watching it. I remember it used to come on once a month. I think it was on Prism Sports back in Philadelphia. And I remember Ivan Putski, Hulk Hogan, a lot of those big-name guys, Andre the Giant. And, I'll never forget, I guess when I was about, 8 or 9 years old, my mom sat me down and told me, a lot of this blood isn't real, and this is kind of entertainment. And, I felt like she was telling me Santa Claus wasn't real.
Did that ruin it for you when you found out it wasn't real?
No, because, at that point I kind of still didn't believe her, and she didn't say that it wasn't, 100% not real. She just said, a lot of the blood was fake, and, they went under the mat and they pulled the things out. So she didn't really totally ruin it, because I still really enjoyed it, but she just kind of wanted to take a lot of the blood and the gore out of it, I think.
Now, with working with MLW, I know it's a weird time right now because of COVID. You're not really prone to being around a bunch of fans or whatnot, but what do you expect the fan response to be? Maybe and hopefully down the line, if you're able to maintain a position with MLW as a referee, what do you expect people to be like when they're reacting to you if there's a full crowd?
I think that they're going to find that, I'm part of the show, and not knowing what I'll do to, maybe, benefit one guy or another. So I think you're always going to have that mindset that, I'm going to help somebody out, maybe in a legal way or illegal way to give somebody the victory. And, it's all part of the baggage that I'm going to carry with me forever from my NBA days.
What is your main goal in MLW? I know, you're refereeing now, but now that you've been around the product, you've been around the guys and whatnot, what comes to you? What type of inspirations have you had in terms of how far you want to go with this company?
Basically to enhance it in any way I can. Help the entertainment aspect of it, and if I can, help them put on a better product, then I'm willing to do it.
Do you find the transition to be different? Can you talk about some of the transitions? Because obviously refereeing NBA and refereeing pro wrestling are two entirely different skill sets. So what did you find was most striking in terms of your position as a referee and your purpose toward having a good match versus your position as a referee in the NBA?
I think basically, with the wrestling, of course, it's, a situation where it's fully entertainment, and you want to, do what you can to help that entertainment. In the NBA, it's a form of entertainment, but it is also a sport to a certain extent, and you need to, help the athletes in a way, go up and down the floor and showcase their talents. And really, it's the same thing that I was doing with the pro wrestling is, making it the best show that it can possibly be and help these guys showcase their talent.
Now, I haven't seen any of this footage yet, and I am dying to see it, but you mentioned the entertainment aspect. So do you make efforts to be entertaining? Can you give me a hint or an explanation as what kind of things you've done to play up the entertainment factor?
Definitely. I mean, there was a scene that we filmed where one of the wrestlers was, basically taking me aside and making sure that I was going to help him win the match, and he was going to do anything that he needed to do by paying me off to make sure that happened. So it was just some funny little things like that took place, and there was also a scene where there was a drug test, and I was responsible to get the drug sample from one of the wrestlers, and when we brought it back, he threw it in the face of the other wrestler, and of course all hell broke loose.
See, I see you being like a heel manager one day, like a bad guy who maybe represents a wrestler and cuts promos on behalf of that guy. Is that something you see for yourself? Would you be excited about that?
Absolutely. I mean, I really had a lot of fun. The guys were great guys, and I really enjoyed being a part of it. So I'm hoping it catches on, and I can be a part of the future shows.
Tim, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for talking about this. I'm really looking forward to seeing this footage. I mean, it's good that you've been able to move past what happened. I know it's very controversial, but you seem to be in a much better place now.
Absolutely. When you have a great family and great friends that supported you, you get second chances, and very fortunate that everybody's been very nice to me, knowing that I made such a mistake.
Now, before I let you go, have you had any conversations, whether it be with the NBA or any other league, in terms of returning to refereeing, or that ship has sailed completely?
No, that's not something that probably would happen. Certainly not with the NBA or any other league. When you're kind of involved in something that I was involved in, it's tough for somebody to give you a second chance involving something that has Vegas lines on it, because that trust factor was just broken.
Sure. And before I let you go, again, refpicks.com, I think that might have gotten cut off. Can you say the name of that website one more time?
Yes, refpicks.com, refpicks.com.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tim. I look forward to watching you on MLW.
Hey, pal, you ever need anything, give me a buzz.
Absolutely. Thank you.